And now you just need that first drop to work out in tank trouble for you. 318 entry for 5upamayne. So yeah, just about that room behind. Tank trouble is a pivotal one though. Let's see how the RNG works out. Nuke on Real.
Ooh. Yeah, you definitely want to see that nuke right as you start. The second one doesn't really do any good, but the first one there does let you take out those wall gunners without too much opposition. There's a razor shield.
Ooh, huge. That will make it really easy to hold the center. And the rockets. The
Oh,
vitamin R is flowing for TheRealZ3ro in this game number 2.
yeah, the unholy trinity right in the middle there. We'll see how 5upamayne's drops line up, but right now getting cornered, try to get those wall gunners down.
Yeah, holding the corner, this is the safe strat. Obviously, your kill count's not going to be so great, but you want to get rid of those gunners. You don't want to lose that orb yet. Now you got to find that way back to the center if you're 5upamayne. Otherwise, time's going to be bleeding out a little bit more. TheRealZ3ro had a phenomenal entry here for Mutoid Man. And Rocket, unfortunately, not a lot. But then is
Oh,
the spreader gets a little
ah,
bit of extra manual. But yeah, unfortunate right there.
and there's an invulnerability. Just imagine if you would have gotten that invulnerability with the spreader, that would have been massive damage just to start off.
Yeah, we would have been seeing a arm pop at the very least, maybe almost to the second. Got the arm pop anyways. Super clearing out the room right now is going to have a 449 entry. So arm pop, you're going to be about 2 forms
Oh,
back
there's
or
a
so.
spreader for zero.
That's a great spare. Dies in a pretty good time for it. Gets the other side. It's looking pretty good.
And invulnerability. Wow, he's gonna get all of this.
Here it goes. Chest
There's
pop,
a
head
spreader for a
pop.
Superman as well, but he gets shot down. But there's another chance. He's gonna have to do some manuals with those foot gunners. It's not gonna help him out, but could get some damage in, or at least get rid of the foot gunners.
Yeah, tries to
Final
get a little
form
bit.
zero now.
Oh my goodness. And yeah, some great damage. We're looking at a pretty phenomenal time for TheRealZ3ro. The damage keep going in. Uses the rockets as much as possible. Didn't even need the spreader. Wow, that's gonna be a phenomenal 550 or so.
Yeah, that's a beautiful time right there. It's gonna be a 550 on the nose, I think. No, 551.
Ooh, that's sub 6. You'll take that in a race any day of the week,
Oh, absolutely.
especially on a race day Saturday right there. Zero gonna be getting the 2 to go up 2-0 here.
Meanwhile, we got chest pop for 5upamayne. And didn't manage to get those grenades. That would have been good too. Oh, and that gets shot down. But there's a spreader if Mutoid lets him get it. There it is.
Form will be melting, gets some transition. That's some good damage right there. Won't
Oh,
quite
that's some
take it out with
beautiful
the rest of
damage.
that spreader, but just needs one more weapon. That'll be Dunsky.
Too bad it's happening a little too late, but hey, better late than never. Just it does feel good, even if you're dropping behind. It does feel good to melt off a couple of forms all at once. And there goes Mutoid Man. Superman's going to be leaving at just about 7 minutes.
Yeah, that is a tough one. TheRealZ3ro, a phenomenal run right there. That's going to be hard to compete regardless. I know Supa going to be uh, not happy with the almost 7 minute time, but that was going to be a tough one to compete against. Zero played a great game right there.
Absolutely. So here we are, game three. Can we take it to four? Can Superman get a bit of a lucky break, or maybe an epiphany? It can definitely happen.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. A little swing of the RNG here and there. Mutoid obviously, and I think just Total Carnage has been a little tricky. I know we saw a little bit of that time loss in Eat My Shrapnel. There were 4 shrapnel on Supa's board right there, but Total Carnage is kind of one of those sneaky tough ones. It won't ever be a tank trouble, but it is one that
Yeah,
can take your orb if you're not careful.
absolutely. That's when the game starts ramping up. So you got to be careful as soon as you step into tank trouble. As soon as you step into Total Carnage, rather, is going to start stepping up. Looks like our players are now ready for game three. Taps is counting them down. In a few moments, we will see how this game develops, and hopefully, Superman resets his time.
Oh no, Super, no. Might catch it. I'm not sure. Just is like, I'm done with game two. I don't want to think about it. So much so that I'm not even gonna hit the button again.
I mean, I've felt that way myself. My match against Tetsuo wasn't exactly a great time for me, let me tell you.
Yeah, I mean, always gonna be a tough matchup for sure with Tetsuo there. Gonna be a phenomenal match that he's gonna have later on, I believe, against Aquas in the that upper bracket. But here we are. We're still here in the lower bracket. Supa down to his last game, potentially see if he keep this set going for us. But here we go, game number 3.
All right, and the starting drops aren't that great, but we're not really looking for drops in this room anyway. Zero is trying to get the orb manipulation, and the all important smart bomb there. I think that is a good pickup, and that's going to lead to the orb manipulation.
Yeah, and really for the people that anybody that has kind of put in the time. I mean, you cut out RNG, especially at the beginning of this game, to get a fantastic item like an orb. If this was like a rocket manipulation, it would be you could do fine. But the orb early and just having it guaranteed is such a relief when you do nail it. Supa is
And
gonna even
yeah,
it up though. Yeah, they have to
yeah,
win.
like all three of these games, Superman has still gotten an early orb despite not doing the manipulation. So, like, just to prove that the manip is not everything. Sometimes you can just either be that lucky or even have that level of consistency that you're just going to get the orb anyway.
You just will the game to drop the orb. That's all you need to do right there. Super with the rocket's going to help clear out the early part. I think that was the part that kind of gave the trouble last time. So yeah, not too bad. Be able to take the shrapnel. Rocket's on RealZ3ro side, which is always great for this room. You just fire there, fire up, fire down, left, right, whatever. And easy peasy for this room.
As a razor shield there, it's not really going to help Zero at this point. In fact, most players are going to try to get rid of their razor shields as soon as they can once the swarmers are out of the way. There's total carnage at 201 for Zero. Superman going to be out at a 207.
Yeah, just hanging right around there. Not too shabby at all from either of our runners. Unfortunately, grenade drop, not in the greatest of spots right there from Zero. Has to avoid that. Razor on Superman
Whoa.
side, that's going to help out.
What's not going to help though is that's that smart bomb. One wrong step, and that's going to be stepping right into it. And generally, you don't want to take a smart bomb unless the room is completely out of control, because that is going to be a few seconds penalty, because the spawns do stop for a couple of seconds.
Yeah, it slows down the kill count sometimes if you really need it to reestablish center and that sort of thing. It can be worth taking a little bit of penalty, but
Yeah.
yeah, not in that situation. Super doing well, both with the Razor. We got spreaders that both have caught, but RealZ3ro again under
Ooh.
3 minutes. You love to see that if you're on Zero's side right now. Phenomenal time. Not too far behind though with 304 entry for Superman.
Indeed. Now this is a much closer match, and I think it is a match where we can go, oh, Taco Bell, product placement with Taco Bell.
You know, we already had the chalupa earlier. I think I'll just take one of those. Like, I think they have like the frozen drinks right now. We'll take one of those.
Yeah, I don't know much about Taco Bell because like the closest one is like 40 minutes drive from where I am. So
No, yeah, that's not gonna happen. Unfortunately, we have the orb loss there on Supa's side. That is, yeah, and now the room is just crazy right now. It's gonna be tough for Supa. Razor
yeah,
though on Real Zero's side, he's gonna be just fine.
yeah, as they say, the rich get rich, huh?
The rich get richer indeed, as we know it. Channeling Bergs here. And wow,
Yeah,
RealZ3ro a
404.
404 flying right now.
404 opponent not found.
Yeah, that's tough to keep up with on any day, you know. So well done. In the race format, you know, you're just doing that single reset. Uh, Zero landed some good lobber shots right there, trying to get lined up, and wow,
Oh,
still
there it is.
does.
Does get the ball buster on that. That's about 42% of a form of damage. So that first arm pops off like nothing. Here comes Superman at about a 439, and hopefully he'll be able to catch up. But there's a spreader for Zero.
Yeah, no park. It's a little bit of distance, but gets it done. Rockets for Superman, so gonna be able to take out the Gunners. That death's gonna be a little late.
Ooh. Just barely doesn't get it. Oh, but there's a glitch toy for Zero.
Glitch Joy to top it off. This has been a very nice set on Zero's side as far as just really putting together some nice runs. This has been
Oh,
pretty
spreader chance
solid.
for Supa. Let's see what happens. Just barely gets that one, but is going to need a couple of more spreaders if he wants any chance of getting that win, especially considering Zero's down to the final form.
Yeah, grenade spreader, not the best of weapons, but getting it done. It had a nice little step away there, right, to not take the death too. Spreader might just no. We need one more weapon here.
Mm, those grenades are going to do it for sure, though. And there's a
Great
spreader for
spreader on
Superman,
Supa.
but too little, too late. It is going to be Zero's match, 3-0. And Zero's leaving at about a 5:50. Oh, it's going to be 6 minutes, actually.
Six almost flat. Really nice still. You know, not the sub six time. Obviously, you're kind of looking for that, but you'll always take a 6 minute in a race. At least that's my
Oh, for
feeling
sure.
about it.
Ooh, this is Superman getting pushed into a mine there, having to take a continue. Penultimate form now, and let's see how long it's going to be. Final form on those rockets. There's some lobbers underneath. Oh no, those are grenades. My mistake. One more
Grenades.
weapon out of date
Yeah,
though.
just one more here.
There's some lobbers, and that should do it as long as Superman doesn't miss too many shots. And there it is. He's going to be out at about a 712 or so. All right, well, that's our first match in this triple header in the books, and it's going to be Zero's. He's going to be moving on to the next round. Unfortunately, I believe that is going to be an elimination for Superman at this point, isn't it?
Yeah, unfortunately, we're gonna have to bid adieu to our good friend Superman. Again, really kind of coming in clutch, kind of last minute joining up for this 30 has been very busy with things, so wasn't sure gonna be able to join. We were at 23 participants. We really want to get to that even 24, and he's like, you know what, I'll jump in for the cause. So very much appreciate seeing Superman in
Absolutely.
the tourney again. Really was hoping for that sub six in this set here, but didn't quite see that. I know only a matter of time for the guy, so appreciate that. But yeah, Zero gonna be moving on to face the winner of the Fire Broth and Akarathi match that'll be happening in that lower bracket as well.
Indeed. But hang tight, everyone, because we still have two matches on the docket, I believe. Next is Johnny Link, and I need to have this up here.
Ladab will be our
And
other
Ladal.
contestant.
Thank you very much. So stick around. There's more of the Super Smash TV tournament coming up in a few minutes. We just got to get set up and maybe run some ads, and we'll be right back, guys.